I know. I know, baby. I know. It is. It is tough when it feels like your mind is playing tricks on you like that. I totally get it. No, it's okay. You don't have to apologize to me for anything. No, because this happens. Sweetheart, this happens to everybody. Sometimes it's anxiety. Sometimes it's depression. Sometimes it's any number of things. But just because you go through this doesn't make you any less of a person. It doesn't make your feelings less valid. No, because I think it's important you remember that. See, I have these days too, right? The ones where I feel really alone. The ones where I feel like nobody gets it. And the ones where I feel like maybe this will go away if I just have a touch of human reaction, or if I can get myself to laugh, or something like that. And then it doesn't work, or it only works for 20 minutes, or something like that. But the important thing to remember whenever stuff like this happens to you is that it's okay. It is. How you feel and how you deal with those feelings, those are valid. No. No, sweetheart, I don't believe that for 1 second. And neither should you. You can't put that type of pressure on yourself just because you weren't able to get a whole lot of work done today, or you weren't able to focus at work. Doing your best can vary from day to day. Sometimes doing your best is, I kind of hate to think about this in percentages, but for the sake of argument, sometimes doing your best is 70% one day, and 30% another day, 20% one day, 50 the day after. It's not always a consistent 100. That, my love, is called burning yourself out. And I know we've already had a long discussion about burning oneself out. Right? You can't expect yourself to be running full steam ahead at all times. It's just not really how people work. And the people who make it look like it works, they're probably doing some faking of their own. Babe. Hey. You're reading deeply into it to try and listen. It's okay to have an off day. Everybody has an off day. And you're beating yourself up over so much. Whether it has to do with work, or a little bit of exercise, or one thing or the other. It's not the right way to approach things. Well, it's like, remember what I told you a trainer said to me once? That I'd gotten super discouraged about how it had been a while since I hadn't done a lot of exercising or walking or that kind of thing. And I said that I felt guilty because I do this constantly. I put myself right back at the beginning of doing this whole taking care of myself and all that stuff. And what I was told, I was looked in the eye and I was told, well, there's your first problem. You're thinking about it like it has to be something that is successive. It's not successive. It takes time to get to where you want to go. And you can't think of it as this thing where you have to have this destination. There's going to be days where you miss out. But the important thing is that you pick yourself back up and you keep going. In the same way that you don't gain weight overnight, you don't lose it overnight either. The important thing is the effort. My point is that sometimes I think mental health is kind of the same way. Sure. I mean, it's like we sometimes feel like there's going to be this end destination where we never have depression or we never have anxiety or we never have any of these things that plague our minds, that affect us and our attitudes and how we deal with people and situations and such. But I don't know that it's really that cut and dry. I think the best way to look at it is sometimes you just have the off day where you miss the workout. And it's not that it ruined everything by you missing the workout. It's just that it happens. But the important thing is the effort. Remember the things that you told me you like to do whenever you have stuff like this happen? What are those things? Can you say them out loud to me? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay. Well then. I think it's important that we do a handful of things. I think we do those things that make you happy. I think we talk about some stuff. No, not necessarily related. I just mean talk about anything in general, really. And we do what we can to see if we can't lift your mood. It's really all that it is. Well, the most important thing, first of all, is for you to remember that I love you, that I care about you very much, and that it hurts me to see you in this position, but I don't say that to make you feel guilty. Definitely not. I say that to let you know that I care about you. When you care about somebody else, sometimes you have those type of feelings where you just hurt for the other person. It's just a natural thing, you know? But I do love you. I do care about you. And I do want you to be happy and healthy in both mind and body. And I want you to be proud of who you are. Because I am. And I know that you weren't really specific about what you wanted me to go on talking about, but I hope that saying all that helped. Because that's one of your things, remember? Just listening to the sound of somebody else speaking and speaking calmly. Did it help at all? Okay, baby, okay. I'll tell you what. You can just stay right here, right in my arms. And I'll keep holding on to you. And whatever else you want to do later on in the day, you just let me know. Alright? If it changes, if you'd rather do something else, even if it picks up, I'll be right here to listen to whatever you need to tell me, okay? Of course. You don't have to thank me for anything. I love you, sweetheart. And you're valid, and you're important, and you're very, very precious to me.